Hey guys, it's Ashley, and today I'm going to show you how you can use Cricut's new foil transfer kit. It's a really great, easy tool to use, and it gives you some beautiful results. We're going to show you how you can use it for 3 different thicknesses, and here is the tool itself. It comes with 3 different tips, and there is a fine, a medium, and a bold tip. And each of those is designated by a different line, so 1 line is fine, 2 is medium, and 3 is bold. And then all you have to do is press on the tool itself, and then you can insert the tool. So the tip for it. So press and insert, and then it's ready to go. So I have the project prepped, and we're going to use some cardstock. Make sure when you're using the foil that you have something prepping for the hole behind of the surface. There are different sheets that you can use for foil. Cricut has a ton of different colors. This one is in a larger size. This is the 12-inch one. They also have 4x6-inch ones, and they have a ton of different colors too. The neat thing about these is it comes with its own tape too that's pre-measured out to whatever size project you're using. Because I'm going to make kind of a larger design, I'm using a larger sheet to start with, and we're going to go ahead and get this one prepped and set up. So all I'm going to do is take this and add some tape to it, and we're going to make sure that as we tape this, and I'm just removing some tape strips here, that we keep this taut on all sides because we want this to have the best result possible. And the only way to do that is to make sure that it is tight on the actual project. So just keep that in mind. So we have our tape strip here, and I'm just going to go ahead and adhere it to the top there, and make sure that you don't get the tape too far into your project. You don't want it to take over in the center where you're creating your DIY here. So I'm just going to move this over. I recommend, if you're working on this, it's very easy to start with one side and then flip it around and start with the other side. You're just going to have a better result getting this kind of taut so it doesn't go anywhere. So as you can see, it sticks really well. So all you have to do is pull it a little bit so it stays tight while you're working. And then that way you get a nice even result. Get another tape strip here. And don't worry if you get a few little wrinkles, it's fine as long as it's not too far into where your project is. You can usually use the rest of the tape to correct if there's any mistakes. We just don't want it to catch and drag where we're working. And final tape strip here. This is the hardest part of the project here, guys, is just taping it down. Making sure that you have it pretty taut so that it stays in place and it won't go anywhere while you're working. Okay, so we're going to have to open up our machine. Now we have to make sure that we have the correct blade in here. I already removed our fine tip blade, fine point blade, and we're going to use the first blade that it tells you on the software. So depending what tool settings you picked, you'll go into line type, and then you can choose fine, medium, or bold. I chose all 3, so we're going to start out with the fine tip, and I'm going to go ahead and insert that in. And then we're going to load this into our machine. It's ready to go, so we're just going to press load. And now it's going to use pressure to create the design. Something that's really revolutionary about this is using pressure is so much nicer than using heat tools. I have another version of a foil presser, basically, not a presser, but a foil adhesion system, and it uses heat. And the bad thing about that is it can void your warranty, and there's more risk of danger, especially if you're using anything like that with electric. So we're going to change out now to the medium tip here. So all I'm going to do is push this down, remove this tip. We're going to choose the one with 2 stripes on it because that is our medium one. Just inserted it. Insert it again. And now it will go ahead and press the second design. And this one is the medium one, so it'll be slightly more bold than the last one. And the neat thing about this is, you know, as long as you're careful and you make sure that you place your design a little bit further in, you'll have plenty of space to work with, and you can use the extra foil for a different project. So this is just a really fun way to add a special little touch to whatever you're working on. Okay, so we're working on the bold tip right now, so I'm going to remove this. Same process again. Just take this out and then put the one with 3 lines in. And there we go. And as you can see, you never move the mat on this. Even if you change out the tips, you just leave it as is. And then it'll continue. You don't want to remove it and change things around unless it asks for you to do that on the system. The system walks you through everything in Design Space, so it's very easy. Even if you've never had experience using foil products before, this is a really easy way to do it. It gives you very vibrant designs too. Cricut has really expanded. They just introduced this line and they just offered some more colors as far as the color range goes. They have really lovely gold, they have silver, they have the one that I showed you, the kind of the peacock coloring, the jewel sampler. They also have rose gold, fuchsia. It's really beautiful. Okay, so now we're ready to unload. Unload the material by pressing the unload button. And so what we're going to do now is we can take the tape off and remove it and take a look at our design. So I'm going to close this up and let's take a look and see how it turned out. And wow, that's so pretty. And you can always set aside the extra that you have and use it for a different project. Or you can just make a full-size project with it. Because I'm doing this to show you guys and to demonstrate, I just went with a smaller project. This is really perfect. Think about making gift tags, think about making boxes. You can make jewelry, so many different options, but take a look at the differences in the lines here. So this is the fine line, very pretty, still, you know, bold enough to see. The medium has a little bit, you know, more thickness. This is the same font throughout and the same design. So all it does is it just adds a little bit more boldness and fills it in more, and until you get to the bold, and that really makes a difference. And as you can see, the neat thing about the foil is you can see it kind of straight on and it's pretty, but as you get it in the light, it just really shines. Very pretty. So tell me guys, what do you think? Is there something specific you'd want to make with it, or any colors that you really love? I'm really loving how this silver and blue look together. I think that's so pretty. I'm thinking maybe holiday gift tags would be fun. So let me know what you think, and hopefully this helped you guys out to get kind of a quick idea of how this product works, and I'll see you guys later.